Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday. Good start to the week. I woke up this morning. It's so interesting. I can always tell by how I feel when I wake up in the morning, the energy. And I'm sure that it can happen to you as well if you, like, I didn't used to pay attention about, when you say I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, you might be feeling a lot more collective energy than you think. I woke up this morning feeling like there was kind of this like foreboding, like this sinking feeling that was going on in my heart chakra and my solar plexus. And, I took some time to rest this weekend. It was much needed. There have been a lot of changes going on around here. I'm always really good with change. I always have been really good with change. But I've also recognized that like where my sun and Saturn are placed, they're conjunct in my chart with my North Node in my chart also. It's all in Virgo, so it's also in the 12th house because I'm a Libra rising. And so having all of this karmic activity, even though Saturn and the North Node aren't in Virgo right now and the sun's not in Virgo right now, these are the lessons that I learn in my lifetime. These are the karmic, this is about the karmic lessons versus what I'm supposed to be doing in my soul's growth. I don't actually have a reading where I read other people's charts, but when I do my personal readings or I do my alignments, we talk about the chart and we talk about where certain planets are placed. That's one of the things that, like, if you don't come, you don't have to bring a chart with you. I have a program that I use where I can look up your information and then actually send that to you as well. But we look at these aspects to kind of see what the lessons are that you're learning in this lifetime. So for example, like my sun being in Virgo, Saturn being in Virgo, and North Node also being in Virgo, and it's all in my 12th house, I know during these really heavy times of purging, during these retrogrades, because Virgo is very much ruled by Mercury while it's retrograde. But during this time, I really have to pay attention to the lessons that I'm learning about self-worth and how the outside world or how material things or relationships that I have with other people, how I see myself within all of that and the security. Because my lesson in this lifetime that I'm very much aware of now, so because I'm consciously aware of this, I can consciously also heal from it. My lesson in this lifetime is to believe in myself and not need like the outside trigger to show me what my worth is. Um, and it's been a journey. I'm a lot better than I used to be when it came to stuff like that, but I still have a long ways to go. So I'm sort of like in the middle of that, but I love that I'm able to see that and be able to journey forward and to move forward. So just a little tidbit about what you might want to look at if you're interested in looking at your birth chart, what you might want to look at to see maybe what it is that you're supposed to be learning in this lifetime. Because this foreboding feeling that I felt this morning in my gut and in my heart chakra, I know it's because the sun and Pluto currently are still in opposition, but I also know that the black moon and the moon in Capricorn, so Lilith is the black moon. She's the shadow aspect of our emotions, right? And then the moon represents our emotions. And the moon is in Capricorn and Lilith is in Pisces, so there's a sextile. And a sextile is a really easy relationship. She's also been sextile to Uranus recently. But with this sextile, she is, Lilith is, it's really hard to hide your secrets. It's really hard to hide your desires. It's really hard to, especially with Capricorn, the Capricorn full moon and the eclipse. There's so many things that are happening right now that if you hold on to all of those emotions inside of you that you're supposed to really be pushing out, the releasing, purging right now, The more you hold on to those things, the harder it's going to be, the more uncomfortable you're going to feel, the more it's going to hurt. So one of the things that I really want you, hold on a second, I got to adjust. So weird. It's like, here we go. Oh my gosh. It was like really super dark in here. Or it was really super dark, and so like I just adjusted the camera settings, which it's, I mean, it is a little bit dark in here, but I'm just used to it being anyways. Never mind. The more you hold on to your feelings and emotions right now, and you don't allow yourself to say, okay, that's what this is, that's what I really need to focus on and I need to work through, the harder this energy is going to be on you. And when your quote unquote shortcomings come up, because they will, in this energy, like even talking about it right now, I'm feeling a little bit nauseous because I know the sun and Pluto in opposition is shining light on all of those shortcomings that, like, you're becoming aware of all the reasons why you're not good enough to do something or why this isn't happening. And if you constantly like turn and point your finger and you're like, I'm at fault, 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 and you beat yourself up in that way, because yes, it's great to take responsibility for your actions. 100% take responsibility for your actions, but don't dwell on it. You can't be the kind of person in your life that's going to be your biggest champion, your greatest cheerleader, but also tell yourself how horrible of a person you are at the same time. It doesn't work that way. So my advice during this energy, because this is the kind of energy that can bring you into a really dark place. This is the kind of energy that can make you feel like you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you don't belong here, things like that. And so I want you to be ultra aware of how your mind is shifting right now. I did a reading it was a daily reading last week that said when I feel like giving up, and that's what this energy is. It might be this constant foreboding of feeling like giving up, but it's all about perspective. Because and I just put a meme up on Instagram, like, I'm not kidding you, like maybe 10 minutes ago, that talks about this. It's all about perspective. When things are seemingly going wrong in your life, when people are being taken away from you, when relationships are being taken away from you, when you're having to do things in your life that you don't particularly want to do, and you feel you're actually making it personal, where you feel not good enough because you're having to lower your standards or something like that. When these kinds of things come up for you right now, I want you to look at it in a different perspective. I want you to look at things and say, okay, well, maybe I wasn't supposed to be with that person, or maybe this was supposed to happen in my life, or maybe there is something better out there for me. Maybe the universe is removing the negative toxic energy from my life and allowing me to heal from that so I could have something better. Because if you're constantly thinking that it's all downhill and there's no uphill, this is going to be really tough for you to get through. Okay? Hold on a second. I wanted a particular deck of cards, and then I realized they were right in front of me. So I thought I had to go find them first. I did not. They were right in front of me. All right. Also, I do have some openings next week for readings if anybody needs to get a reading. Also, the tickets for Chicago are going pretty fast. It's really interesting because I had several bought last night, like all in one night. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of energy I put out with that, but make sure that if you want to come see me on August 3rd in Chicago, you get the tickets for that. So, and I will be in LA. It's just right outside of LA, actually. on the 24th of August. And then I will be in San Francisco either the 25th or 26th. I'm not sure yet. Those details, we're still working on the details for that. But it'll be like that weekend or the beginning of that week. And then I will be in Portland, Oregon for Labor Day weekend. That's going to be really fun. All right, let's see what the energy is for today. I like the Six of Swords coming out. I like that because I feel like there's this movement, and this King of Cups keeps coming out. So I'm pretty sure that the masculine side of things, and because Pluto is really pronounced right now, and he rules the King of Cups, actually. So that energy is very, very strong. So I'm not surprised that the King of Cups keeps coming out. In fact, he keeps coming out in lots of general readings. Everybody's dealing with the King of Cups right now, huh? Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. So we're moving into an easier time. The Six of Swords talks about moving from a from rougher waters into calmer waters. And it's all in your mind. Swords are about thoughts and communication. The Six of Swords, some of you might actually even be thinking about moving. Like physically moving. And then we have the King of Cups and we have the Strength card. So as this Mercury retrograde in Cancer season, but it is in the sign of Leo, it is moving back into Cancer, I believe in a couple of days. I believe by the 17th, it's like, I think it's the day after the eclipse is when Mercury moves into Cancer again. And then it'll go direct on July 31st. Okay. So then we have Justice. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the Nine of Cups, which is very interesting. This pair has been coming up a lot lately. So there's somebody out there that is either an earth sign or a water sign. And they're like, their energy is really strong in these readings. I feel like the balance, I literally want to say the balance is being restored. I don't know if it's because there is because we have the Six of Swords and we have Justice. The Six of Swords represents the Sun in Libra. It's all about remaining balanced, your heart and your mind remaining balanced. And in this Justice card, there's that Wheel of Fortune at the top there. So it's like, feels like karmic retribution. Things are happening the way that they're supposed to be happening. And it's because it was well manifested. It was manifested in a lot of ways, but it was manifested from a very heart-centered belief system, it feels like. This is what I want you guys to remember, regardless of who you're dealing with, because some of you could be actually moving away from a King of Cups, like removing yourself and gaining a lot of strength and balance because of that. Like your life is becoming balanced again because you're removing yourself from a situation, or somebody else, or maybe even the universe removed them away from you, right? But it was because somebody made a wish with that Nine of Cups. Somebody said, and you guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, you know my metaphor, my analogy that I make. I guess it's more of a metaphor, where it's like, you know, this is my little anecdote. We'll call it that. We'll call it an anecdote. If you sit there and you pray to God and you say, I just want to be happy. And God's like, all right, you're ready to be happy. Let's be happy. And he wipes everything out of your life. And then you're like, but that's not what I was talking about. I said I wanted to be happy. I didn't say I wanted everything to be removed from my life. And God says, but none of this was making you happy. So I took it away so you could build your life with happier things. So you can make yourself happy now. Here you go. You weren't happy before. I was just doing what you asked me to do. Why the ungratefulness? right? You have to look at it in a different perspective. If something is being removed from your life and it's really, really painful, it's there to teach you a lesson. It's there to tell you this is the path that you're supposed to be on right now. This is what you're supposed to be doing. If you have to change direction, or you have to um, work a certain job, you have to be a certain, do a certain thing to make money, or whatever in your life in this moment, um, it's to help build you up for something better. You know what I mean? It's kind of, what am I trying to say? I know I sound very convoluted. Mercury's still in retrograde. And I've been telling everybody, like, my intuition is on point, but my intuition works really, really fast, and my brain works really slow right now. So I'm always searching for the right words to say. Because my intuition's like, no, this is the way we want to go. And then my brain decides that it wants to stop working in that moment. Let's see what the Six of Swords is. I do want to remind everybody that I'll be showing you what to do for the full moon lunar eclipse for tomorrow night. Okay. I will be doing that in tomorrow's daily reading. Just a reminder of that. So the Six of Wands on the Six of Swords. There is victory. Victory lies in being patient and remaining balanced. I love that we got the Six of Wands on this, because as the things that are rough in your life are removed from your life, you will be more recognized. It's almost like the clouds are going to part and the sun's going to come out. You just have to go through this part first. And by this part, I mean, you have to go through the recognition that that situation or that person wasn't for you. It wasn't healthy for you. It was not going to make you happy in the long run. It might have felt like it. Okay. So the King of Cups is manifesting or manipulating. I feel like he's manifesting. I feel like the King of Cups is manifesting something in his life with the Magician. The Magician has all the tools in front of him to be able to make anything happen. He's ruled by Mercury. He's also very Jupiterian, right? And Jupiter rules Sagittarius. And during this retrograde time, it's a really good time to start manifesting things, making plans, moving into a calmer state of mind, right? Six of Swords, allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective. This person can only see things from a higher up perspective, right? From where she's standing. Allow yourself to see things from a different perspective. Let's see what strength is. And as you're manifesting, you're also building yourself up more and more. With each manifestation that you have, you're building yourself up just a little bit more. Let's see what this strength card is. There you go. And we've been getting a lot of the Lovers lately too. Excuse my nose. I came to the conclusion this weekend when I was resting that because like I've done a whole bunch of holistic stuff, and I've done a whole bunch of like Western and Eastern medicine to help my sinuses and help my allergies. And I've realized that I'm trying too hard, and I just have to stop trying and just like let the process take its course. It's exhausting, but I feel like there's a detox that's happening in me right now. So I'm just kind of I'm letting myself detox. I'm allowing myself to do that. I'm actually probably going to end up doing a fast here shortly just to kind of help the detox along. But I feel like that's what it is. And I'm okay with it. And I know that it's really annoying to a lot of people, but it just is what it is. It is what it is. So the Lovers on strength. You know what's amazing here? What I really, really love about this is when the universe removes the negative, toxic stuff from your life and you start to really, really heal, that's when the real thing shows up for you. And a lot of people don't recognize that when they stay in relationships that are really toxic, or they're holding out hope to be in a relationship with somebody who is toxic for them, what they don't realize is they're actually blocking, because the energy of the real thing isn't going to come in until you make room for it. And holding on to that toxic energy or that negative person, it's like people say to me, they're like, I'm just waiting for Mr. Right to show up and then I'll leave. I'm like, that's not the way that it works though, because what you're going to do is jump from one relationship to another relationship, and that's not going to be Mr. Right either. You're just going to bring that baggage and that stuff that you needed to heal, that this old relationship was trying to get you to heal. You see how that works? But see, that's the thing, is I feel like a lot of people are releasing and purging all of those old emotions from those toxic relationships that you once had, that you had in the past. There will be balance with this eclipse. I do feel like as the eclipse portal closes, if you did the work during the portal time, from the lunar eclipse to from the solar eclipse to the lunar eclipse, there's that portal right there for you to do the work, for you to do the healing stuff, for you to put your boundaries up, for you to recognize what it is that you truly need to let go of in your life. And as you do that, that's how the balance is restored. That's the karmic retribution. That's the justice in all of it. So somebody's really doing the work, which I love. And they're recognizing how all of the hard work that they did is manifesting into alignment and balance and equality. And somebody is really trying to live their best life, which is fantastic and amazing. And I love this. I love this. Now, if you're struggling on doing the work, that's what healers are. That's what we're here for. You know, I've had several people reach out to me in the last couple of days, and I don't have a problem with sending messages back. That's not a thing for me. But I will tell you that I won't keep up a long string of emails that is something that you could probably get in a reading or an alignment session or something like that. And I'm not trying to be rude by it. I will respond, usually 9 times out of 10, I will respond to your email. But know that I am here for you, and I will respond as time helps, right? But if it is something that would help with a reading or an alignment session, I really, really urge you to do that. I mean, my readings start at $30. So there was somebody that had told another another healer that I was too expensive, and I'm like, oh man, I've really watched that. And anyways, I'm not going to talk about how much it's not important, and it's doesn't bother me that somebody said that, but I do want you guys to know that I try to make myself as accessible as possible, because I know that not everybody has a whole lot of money to spend on a reading. If you have a question that you need to have answered, or that you would like to have answered in a timely manner, get the $30 one question reading. It's a 10-minute video. And the only reason I'm putting this out there is, yes, I'll respond to your emails, but sometimes I can't get to all of them. And that takes energy from me. That takes time and energy for me. And I also have a family. So, as much as I want to be able to respond to absolutely everybody that contacts me, just know that I'm doing everything I can to be able to be accessible to everyone. Okay. Remaining in balance and allowing yourself to reach out for help is where I was getting with all of that. Allowing yourself to reach out for help and say, hey, I need your advice on this, or I really could use a listening ear or something like that. Whether it's me, whether it's a friend, whether it's a family member, I don't care who it is. Allow yourself to be vulnerable to do that. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles in this reading is somebody for you to reach out to. when in that time of need and not really knowing what the next step is in your journey and really wanting to know what the next step is in your journey, allowing yourself to do that. And then we have the King of Wands on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like these people, it's like a power couple. They give strength to each other. If this is somebody, I feel like either the King of Wands needs to reach out to the Queen of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles needs to reach out to the King of Wands. But there's also the King of Cups up here manifesting. It feels like there's a group of people here that are really working together in order to overcome a lot. That Six of Swords makes me feel like there was a lot to overcome here. So I like that you have people around you. I like that you have people around you manifesting things. And then we have, yes, see? I love this. This is a great reading. And there's your tribe right there. There are those three people in a tribe right there. And allow yourself to let go of the endings, right? Allow yourself to let go of the endings, release the endings, release the burdens of all of it. So we have the Sun on the Nine of Cups. This is a very healing time, okay? And that Sun right there on the Nine of Cups is saying the manifestations that you're doing right now at a high vibrational level, when you're in a high vibration, that doesn't mean that you're happy. That means that you are consciously aware that you are healing yourself and you're allowing yourself to raise your vibration, to come into a better existence, a better you're consciously knowing what you're supposed to be doing and where you're headed. You're consciously knowing the things that you are healing on a daily basis are really helping you to manifest what you desire. And that's relationships, and it's being recognized, and it's balance. And this is a great reading. I love this reading. Tomorrow morning, I will be doing not sure if it's going to be live yet. We'll see how things go. But I will be doing the full moon lunar eclipse ritual tomorrow morning for the daily reading. I do have some reading spots available for next week. If you want to come see me in Chicago, get those tickets real soon. I think there's only like 25 or 30 spots left. I'm not sure. What else? Oh, this necklace is actually going to be on sale this week. I'll make an announcement when it actually goes on sale. But it's a spiral necklace, and for every reading that you do buy, or if you buy the extended love readings, which will be coming out this week as well, or you buy an event ticket, or you buy a reading from me, your name will be put in a raffle to win this actual necklace that I'm wearing that has a black tourmaline in it. It's sterling silver. This was handmade. Like, this was handmade spiraled. Crazy. Like, such great workmanship. I love you guys. Have a really wonderful day. Take really good care of yourselves. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.